Annyeong from Seoul, South Korea. Join us as we do lots of wandering, lots of eating, and of course, get into some random adventures. So let's go with gusto and do some soul searching.
We begin at one of Seoul's most legendary attractions, Gyeongbokgung Palace. Built in 1395, this was the first palace of the Joseon dynasty and one of the largest of Seoul's 5 grand palaces. The ceremonial changing of the guard happens twice per day. Gyeongbokgung translates to palace greatly blessed by heaven. Many guests rent a traditional hanbok, which gets you free palace admission. The palace burnt down in 1592 during the Imjin War and wasn't restored until 1867. Soon after annexation in 1910, approximately 90% of the palace was systematically dismantled under Japanese colonial rule. Large-scale restoration began in the 1990s and is ongoing. The continuing restoration of Gyeongbokgung Palace marks a major effort to preserve Korean heritage. Not far from the palace, we find Bukchon Hanok Village, a historic neighborhood that shows us how traditional Korean homes, or Hanok, looked nearly 600 years ago during the Joseon dynasty. Today, it's still an active residential area and home to this local. Gwangjang Market has been around since 1905 as Seoul's first permanent market. By night, it transforms into a street food haven. It's here that I embarked on a food tour. Our tour gave us a taste from local stalls and restaurants.
Great. So good.
It wasn't until after a round of soju and beer that I worked the courage to try sannakji, a dish where severed octopus tentacles continue to move.
Looks like you're really enjoying it. Who's eating who? I think it's fighting back. It's fighting back. So, here, look at the camera. How do you like that?
That was different.
I think your face says it all. So just try.
The things I do for this channel.
After that, I treated myself to a twisted donut. I earned it.
Good stuff. I'm a fan.
This is Larry. He's not Anthony Bourdain.
My personal culinary journey continued to the bustling streets of Myeongdong.
And now we are at the Myeongdong Night Market.
Seoul's vibrant shopping district is packed with designer stores, restaurants, and at night, street food vendors.
I like it. Cheese egg bread. Very breakfasty. Still good.
If you come at night, bring a big appetite.
This is Onion Cafe.
Onion is a go-to spot for coffee and an incredible array of pastries, where Hanok architecture blends seamlessly with chic, modern vibes. Seoul is renowned for its thriving cafe culture. According to a study, Koreans drink an average of 405 cups of coffee per year, more than double the global average of 152. With cafes like this, I get it. From structures that embody the living past, Seoul is also home to a neo-futuristic landmark with architecture that is out of this world. Opened in 2014 on the site of a former stadium, Dongdaemun Design Plaza stands as the world's largest 3D amorphous structure. It was constructed with over 45,000 unique aluminum panels and uses sustainable energy. This innovative plaza is home to exhibition halls, museums, retail shops, and Seoul Fashion Week.
It's been so humid in June, but one of the best purchases I've made is this mini fan from Daiso. $4, lifesaver.
And what have I told you, this glorious oasis was also man-made? Hongjecheon Artificial Falls is the perfect place in the middle of the city to pause for a moment of serenity. This waterfall stands over 25 meters high and 6 meters wide. Just take in the moment. Now back to the tour. I learned not to rely on Google Maps in this country when I found myself on the side of a mountain road en route to my next destination. What lay ahead between myself and the iconic Seoul Tower was a long uphill hike.
I have a feeling I'm going to get my steps in today.
Lesson learned: use Naver Maps in Korea. Seoul Tower, aka Namsan Tower, is the second highest point in Seoul at 777 feet behind the Lotte World Tower.
We're almost there.
This structure was completed in 1971 and was South Korea's first tower to send radio waves for radio and TV. Now, onto the tower.
Time out. Let me catch my breath.
Seoul Tower offers many shops and restaurants spread across 4 levels. Here, couples leave locks of love to symbolize their bond. Before going further, I enjoyed a much-needed massage at the tower's complex. Then it was time for those epic views. The best views are at the top, where you can take in gorgeous 360-degree scenes of Seoul. Tomorrow, I'd see a very different side of Korea as I set off on a tour of the DMZ.
More hiking.
On our way to the DMZ, we stopped at Gyeongbokgung Suspension Bridge. It is the longest towerless suspension bridge in South Korea, and where my camera took a dive off the side. But it wasn't lost on this day. This bridge honors the 1st Battalion of the British Army, who fought in the Korean War. Crossing this swaying 220-meter-long walkway was exhilarating. Our tour continued through the 160-mile-long demilitarized zone. Created after the Korean War, the DMZ runs near the 38th parallel. Since no formal peace treaty was ever signed, the 2 Koreas remain technically at war. We went 240 feet down into the 3rd tunnel, built by the North in 1978. Unfortunately, cameras weren't allowed. Imjingak Peace Park is a place of remembrance for families separated by the war. It's filled with monuments, memorials, and symbols of hope. In 1953, 12,773 prisoners of war crossed back into South Korea over Freedom Bridge. Nearby, there is a bullet-riddled locomotive that stands as a stark reminder of the devastation of the Korean War. This altar is where people originally from North Korea honor their hometowns on holidays like New Year's and Chuseok, the Fall Harvest Festival. There's a Korean word, han, that has no direct translation, but it speaks to quiet grief, yearning, and resilience, a feeling you could sense here. Imjingak Peace Park stands as a reminder of the hope that one day North and South Korea will reunify. After a sobering glimpse of Korea's past, I returned to Seoul to catch a golden hour moment, and one of the best places to do so was with a picnic at a Han River Park. For food, I found a floating 7-Eleven. Convenience stores are a big part of daily life in Korea. The ramyun selection is next level, with all kinds of toppings you could add to customize your bowl. This was my haul. They even have machines to perfectly measure out water and heat up your soup. I added cheese and egg to mine. I think I did it right. Chef's kiss. Scenery wasn't too shabby either. I ventured off to check out Seoul's nightlife.
This is a very young, trendy, vibrant area of town called Hongdae Street.
This lively district is packed with shops, street performers, arcades, and lots of young people.
I feel like that meme
How we doing, fellow kids?
Everywhere I looked, there were plushy bag charms. Some shops were entirely dedicated to them.
I'm gonna get it. I bought this new hat. Am I pulling it off? Let me know in the comments.
I came, I shopped, I went on a pub crawl, and of course, I butchered a BTS song in karaoke. Seoul has a library like no other.
This is a Starfield Library, and it's home to 70,000 books, and it's in a mall.
Starfield Library sits in the middle of COEX Mall, offering a place to study, grab a coffee, or snap a unique selfie under bookshelves that feel like they go on forever. It's a library that runs on trust. There's no checkout system here. You simply pick up a book, read, and leave it for the next person. The only downside? It's not exactly quiet. COEX Mall is located in Seoul's Gangnam district. And yes, there's a giant statue honoring Psy. His 2012 hit, Gangnam Style, was the first YouTube video to hit 1 billion views, and his impact is still felt today. One of the most efficient ways to get around Seoul is by using its vast subway system. Nearly 7 million use it daily. Seoul Subway is one of the largest and most modern in the world. Many stations double as hubs, with underground malls and food stalls to explore between rides. Visitors should consider picking up the Climate Card, which offers unlimited rides for a set time period, or the widely available T-Money Card.
Got my coffee. Now I'm ready to take on the day.
On a rainy day, a dancing billboard welcomed me to Insadong, one of Seoul's top cultural destinations. This quaint neighborhood is known for its traditional crafts, art galleries, and authentic dining. You could find some of the most unique souvenirs here, but on this cold day, I was drawn in by the allure of warm soup.
This is Korean Army stew called budae-jjigae.
This hearty dish has its roots in the aftermath of the Korean War, when food was scarce. It was made using whatever was available at the time: spam, hot dogs, baked beans, leftover military rations turned into a comforting stew. Kimchi started as a survival food for harsh winters, and it's been a Korean staple for thousands of years.
It's a spot.
Rainy days also make great museum days. The National Museum of Korea hosts the most extensive collection of art and historical artifacts in the country. It's also free to enter.
QI, a guide at the National Museum of Korea.
Look at this, robot tour guide. And Korea is living in the future.
The robot tour guide taught me that Korea's early history was shaped by the rise and unification of 3 kingdoms. Korea's last and longest ruling dynasty, the Joseon dynasty, was founded by King Taejo in 1392. This is a recreation of the throne backdrop we saw at Gyeongbokgung Palace. The sun represents the king, the moon the queen, and the 5 peaks symbolize Korea's land and stability. The Korean alphabet Hangul was developed in 1443 under King Sejong the Great to promote literacy among all Koreans. This museum is a reminder of how far Korea has come and how much it continues to inspire.
You guys want to go to the K-pop store?
K-pop emerged in the 1990s and has since evolved into a global industry exceeding over 10 billion as of 2023. Seoul is packed with stores where fans could hunt for merchandise, albums, and mementos from their favorite boy bands and girl groups. Aspiring talent trains within the idol system, honing vocal and dance skills for years, sometimes nearly a decade before debuting on the grand stage.
Heartthrobs, all of them.
K-pop plays a huge role in Korean culture. Everywhere you go, you'll see K-pop stars in ads and endorsements. You won't be able to get their catchy hooks out of your head. In the middle of Seoul's buzzing downtown streets, you'll find this tranquil waterway. Cheonggyecheon Stream is an urban renewal project that replaced an elevated highway. It restores a small river that once flowed here during the Joseon dynasty. Like this stream, Seoul flows on, blending past and future at every turn. The city has survived invasions, division, and adversity, and in spite of it all, Seoul rises, now a worldwide cultural and industrial powerhouse.
Well, it's been an incredible week. Thanks for joining. Until next time.